Morning Marbella. Great to have you with us for another packed episode of Good Morning Marbella. It's been a lively week across the Costa del Sol, not just with the weather, which has thrown a bit of everything at us, but with the news too. Sunshine, rain, wind, sometimes all at the same time, yeah?
That's right. It's one of those weeks where you leave the house in sunglasses and then you come back needing a raincoat. Ooh. You just can't get it. It's just not easy, is it?
That's not good.
No. But mixed skies aside, we've got a brilliant set of stories for you today. Property updates, tourism shifts, development news, lifestyle community highlights, and, as always, a few wonderfully quirky moments that only the Costa del Sol can provide.
Oh, yes. So sit back, grab a coffee or something stronger, and let's dive into the top stories from the coast this week.
Now, we start with Storm Claudia, which swept through the Costa del Sol, bringing heavy rain, strong gusts, and noticeable temperature drops. Now, the emergency service had dozens of call-outs, mostly for fallen branches, minor flooding, and loose structures.
I missed it all.
I know you weren't here.
Yeah, I wasn't there. Fire crews worked all along the coast from Malaga to Estepona and beyond, clearing debris and securing areas affected by the winds. Thankfully, no serious injuries were reported, and the cleanup was pretty swift, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It always is, though, isn't it? It dries up really quickly.
I know,
as well.
it does. A new report shows that rental prices across the Costa del Sol are rising even faster than property sales prices. Fuengirola, Mijas, Marbella, and Estepona are among the areas feeling the pressure.
Now, high demand from digital nomads, remote workers, and long-term residents is pushing rental prices upwards at a rapid pace. For many families, renting it's now more difficult and an expensive option. And unfortunately, analysts don't see this trend slowing down anytime soon. Idealista released even more surprising figures this week, revealing that in many provinces, including parts of Andalusia, renting is now more expensive than paying a typical mortgage.
Wowzers.
I know.
Of course, the catch is the upfront costs of buying. Deposits, taxes and fees still keep plenty of people renting despite the long-term savings that are possible. But it's a fascinating shift that shows just how tight the rental market has become. Now, two separate studies confirm that Polish buyers are now one of the fastest growing groups purchasing property in Spain. And the Costa del Sol is a top destination.
Good flight connections, flexible remote working, and the appeal of year-round sunshine are driving the trend. Local agents say Eastern European interest is stronger than ever, bringing even more diversity to our property market. It just gets more international every year, Sean, doesn't it?
It really does.
It does. Now, the Bank of Spain issued a gentle warning this week about certain parts of the housing market potentially overheating, including high-end areas of the Costa del Sol.
Interesting one. They aren't predicting a crash, far from it, but they say rapid growth should be watched carefully. Agents here argue that limited land, construction costs and strong international demand keep the market stable. So it's more of a keep an eye on things than anything dramatic, I think, with that one. Now, luxury hotel investment has hit its highest level in years, especially in Malaga province. International brands are pouring money into the Costa del Sol, drawn by our long tourism season and high occupancy rates.
Several new projects across Marbella and Estepona are already breaking ground, and more are expected. It's another sign of the region's growing status as Europe's premium Mediterranean destination. Savills released a major report showing rising investor confidence across Spain and Portugal's hotel markets. Institutional investors and wealth funds are favouring tourism zones with long-term stability.
The Costa del Sol remains a standout performer, with older hotels being snapped up for refurbishments. Analysts say the recovery cycle still has years of momentum ahead. Investors certainly aren't shy down here, are they? Now, a fast-growing petition calling for toll discounts, yay, on the Ep.6 motorway is gaining real traction this week. Residents travelling daily between Fuengirola, Marbella and Estepona say the tolls have become increasingly unaffordable.
It's true, I think. Supporters argue that when other regions saw the Ep.7 toll sectors scrap back in 2020, like around Valencia and Tarragona, the Malaga stretch was left behind. A discount for locals, they would say, would ease pressure on the free A7 and significantly reduce traffic jams during peak hours. Great.
Gotta be. It's still early days, but the petition already has thousands of signatures and several local mayors have voiced support. This could be the most serious push for toll reform that we've seen in years.
Oh, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Nice,
It really
wouldn't
would. Oh, yeah. Now, transport engineers have given the strongest signal yet that the Fuengirola to Marbella rail extension may finally happen.
Never
Great,
happens.
yes.
It's never going to happen.
Describing a tunnel-based solution as probable.
Yeah.
The word alone has created a wave of excitement.
Now, the coastal C1 line hasn't extended past Fuengirola since 1975, leaving Marbella as Spain's largest city without a train station. Now, previous expansion attempts stalled due to environmental and land availability issues, but tunnelling seems to address most of the obstacles.
Local councils are lining up in support, saying a rail link would reduce traffic, cut emissions, and completely transform mobility on the western Costa del Sol. No time yet, sadly, but optimism is the highest it's been in decades. Fingers crossed.
Is it ever going to happen? According to a new report, brand new homes on the Costa del Sol are now, on average, cheaper per square metre than older resale properties. Wow, a reversal of the usual pattern.
Developers say high construction volumes and competitive project launches are keeping prices steady, while older properties have surged due to lack of supply and high renovation demand. It's fascinating, and it means that some buyers are finding better value in new builds than previously expected.
I wouldn't have expected that.
No. A mobility report this week highlights Marbella's unique automotive split personality. Electric vehicle registrations up around 40% this year as more charging stations roll out across the coast.
At the same time, supercar rentals haven't declined at all. In fact, premium rental firms say bookings are slightly up compared with this time last year. EVs appear to be growing among full-time residents, while the Lamborghinis and Ferraris continue to dominate holiday periods.
Analysts say Marbella is embracing eco-friendly mobility without losing its luxury identity. Eco weekdays, supercar weekends. It's the Costa del Sol after all.
Absolutely. Now, following recent issues with long queues at passport control, I managed to avoid them over the weekend, Malaga Airport has stepped up staffing levels throughout November. The goal is to ease congestion ahead of the Christmas travel season.
Passengers arriving on peak UK flights last week faced delays of up to an hour, prompting complaints and government reassurances. Authorities now say that wait times have already improved. Good news for winter travellers. A new international lifestyle ranking placed the Costa del Sol among the best worldwide destinations for people over 50.
Oh, well, that's handy, isn't it?
Factors including healthcare, quality, climate, culture and social life.
With Malaga's hospitals ranked among the top in Europe and dozens of active expat communities, the coast continues to appeal not just to holidaymakers but also retirees and semi-retirees looking for that year-round living. A major lifestyle feature this week says the Costa del Sol is entering a new era of Mediterranean glamour. Love it. It highlights boutique hotels such as La Fonda, the Marbella Club and Ecos Andalusia as leaders in the new wave.
Now the article points to beach clubs and rooftop lounges replacing older nightlife venues, giving the region a more polished, design-driven vibe. Social media influencers have helped accelerate this trend, putting Marbella and Estepona firmly on the same map as Mykonos and the French Riviera.
Wowzers. Yeah. Tourism experts say this repositioning is attracting a younger, higher spending demographic. Great news for the local economy.
On that note, the coast has seen a surge of influence arriving to shoot content for the winter. Mild temperatures, varied scenery and luxury venues make the Costa del Sol an ideal backdrop.
Oh, they're everywhere at the moment. Local businesses say influencer partnerships now have measurable impact. Restaurants and hotels report noticeable upticks in bookings following viral posts. Some of the biggest names in travel and lifestyle have been tagging Marbella and Malaga in the last few weeks alone.
Love them or not, influencers are becoming an important part of the Costa's year-round tourism marketing.
The Emir of Qatar's $500 million mega yacht caused quite a stir this week as it cruised along the Costa del Sol. It's hard to miss a floating palace of that scale.
Crowds gathered along the seafront to try and catch a glimpse. And as always, visits like this bring a small economic ripple effect. Crew, guests and security teams book rooms, dine in top restaurants and use local services for a few days.
Well, that was just you,
Hey.
dining in the restaurants.
Hey.
Then, just as quietly, the yacht moved on to its next destination, leaving plenty of locals wondering where it was headed next. You got a boat?
No.
Fancy
You've
one?
got one, haven't you? Mihas has once again earned top ratings for beach quality, cleanliness and coastal management. Inspectors praise everything from water clarity to the upkeep of promenade areas.
Wow, visitors consistently rank the beaches of Mihas among their favourites on the coast. Just mind the jellyfish. Local officials say they'll continue investing in sustainable practices as visitor numbers grow, aiming to preserve that high standard year after year. Now, Torremolinos has been named one of Spain's top LGBTQ plus destinations for 2025. Yay! It joins well-known cities like Madrid, Barcelona, Sitges, Maspalomas, Valencia, Ibiza and Bilbao.
Yeah, the ranking highlighted nightlife, pride events, community spirit and overall sense of safety. Torremolinos has seen a long history of inclusivity and this recognition in fact reinforces its place on the international map.
Have you ever had a night in Torremolinos?
No.
A great endorsement for the town and for the Costa del Sol as a whole. It's a great place. I just don't remember my last night there.
American and Canadian expats will gather across Marbella, Estepona, Mijas and Malaga next week for Thanksgiving celebrations. It's become a much-loved annual tradition here.
Yep, local restaurants offer classic Thanksgiving menus. That's turkey, cranberry sauce, pumpkin pie. And several charities several charities use the occasion to organise donation drives for families in need.
The event grows every year and brings the community together beautifully. Yes.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
Oh, a bit of Thanksgiving.
I might have a Thanksgiving dinner next
Shall we do it?
Yeah. A full-scale replica of Columbus's famous Santa Maria docked in both Sotogrande and Fuengirola this week, drawing long queues of families.
The wooden galleon forms part of a travelling maritime exhibition, giving visitors a hands-on look at the 15th century seafaring.
Wow.
Yes, children loved exploring the decks and the cabins.
A brilliant cultural attraction and certainly not something you see moored on the coast every day. Why didn't we go to see it?
Oh, we should go and see that.
It's too late now. It's gone.
Too late, it's gone. Yeah. Now, police arrested a high-ranking drug trafficker who had been hiding in an upscale urbanisation on the Costa del Sol.
Believe it.
Oh yeah. Units moved in after weeks of surveillance.
Yeah. Officers seized multiple fake IDs, encrypted phones. Were they in your house? And documents during the raid. Authorities say international coordination was key, and this arrest represents a significant blow to a long-running criminal network.
Just another week on the coast. It's never dull down here, is it? You know, it
Oh
really
God,
isn't.
good God, no. Just wait till the next story. Oh, this is my favourite.
Go on.
A man was rescued after drifting out to sea on an inflatable mattress. So in one of the week's more unusual moments, a man had to be rescued after drifting far out to sea on an inflatable mattress. It's the sort of thing Debbie would do, isn't it?
It is. Strong currents carried him several hundred metres offshore before a jet skier spotted him and raised the alarm.
Thank goodness.
I know. Fortunately, he was unharmed, just extremely embarrassed.
A reminder that inflatables and open waters aren't the best combination, even on a calm day. My sister did this in Mallorca when we were teenagers. She just disappeared around the
That's a worry, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that wraps up episode 6 of Good Morning Marbella.
Episode 6?
I know. Another
My
week
goodness.
full of sunshine, stories and surprises, that's for sure, I tell you. And the occasional super yacht.
Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. And as always, feel free to send us any local stories you think we should or shouldn't feature.
Yeah. So we'll see you next week on
Good Morning Marbella.
Marbella.